Midwest Picker on YouTube.
Hey everybody, this is going to be an exciting video. Midwest Picker here. My name is Dave. This is Joey. The most unusual, strange things I picked up at a thrift store to resell that you can find too. I'm going to show you what I bought, what it sold for, if I remember how it shipped. And I'm going to show you some items that are the exact same or similar that other people have sold. And these prices are going to blow your mind. So let's get into the video. First item is this Dollhouse Light Kit. Now I know what you're thinking, Dave, what do you know about dollhouses? I don't need to know anything. This was still new in the package. Had all the information you need, a UPC, you can look it up later. This is one of the rare times I actually looked up comps right there in the store because I know nothing about dollhouses, and I did look this one up. Cost of goods was $8, and when I looked it up, I was shocked. Sold for $49.95. I could not believe it. You can find these all the time. Garage sales, thrift stores. Make sure it's still new, sealed in the package. They go for crazy money. I had no idea. Here's some examples of what other people have sold for good money. Next up is the old school digital camera. If you've been a reseller for more than 5 minutes, you probably already know that these old school digital cameras, they sell like crazy and they're in very high demand. People want to be able to take photos on a device that's not connected to the internet for reasons. Anytime you see an old school digital camera, if you can get it cheap, grab it. This particular one I got at a thrift store still had the original box, the original owner's manual, the cords, everything. I think I took a best offer of $60. Cost of goods was $5. If you can get the original box and the cords and all that stuff, that's great. If it's just a single camera all by itself, it's a bit of a gamble because you got to be able to charge it and test it. So if you can get it super cheap, that's good. But if you go to a garage sale thrift store and it's got the box and the cords and all that, I grab it. $5, $6, even $8, $10. I take the chance and I grab them. And just for fun, here are some other digital cameras that other people sold for some sick money. Next up is one of my favorites, Fiesta ware. Not all Fiesta ware is worth a lot of money, but some of it is. The ones I sold are cobalt blue. Can't remember if they're pasta bowls, dessert bowls. Not quite sure. They sold for $49.95. Can't remember the cost of goods, but I got these from a thrift store, super cheap, like $2 each. Whenever you source any glass, always check for damage, cracks, or chips, issues at all. Collectors do not want any issues whatsoever. I don't care how rare it is. If it's got a chip or a crack in it, it's no bueno for Midwest Picker. And I don't know why, but it seems like half my sales on my eBay store are glass. Any kind of glass. I don't go targeting and looking for glass, but it just seems to sell. Here are some examples of what other people have sold Fiesta ware for good money. And you can find that stuff at thrift stores, believe it or not. Next up are paperweights. I learned about paperweights from Kat, the Nurse Flipper. Check out her YouTube channel. Paperweights are either very generic and cheap, or they're very expensive, hand-signed. You just have to check and know what you're looking for. This one that I sold is just a mass-produced tourist gift shop item. Rectangular paperweight, railroad themed. I believe it's Chicago. This one sold for $24.95. And if you didn't know already, people do collect paperweights. People seem to collect just about anything, but glass paperweights, people do collect. You'll find paperweights at every thrift store in America, but these are the weird things. You do have to look up comps because there's a lot of cheap ones out there. And you are going to be shocked. If you have a seatbelt where you're sitting, you better buckle up because I'm going to show you what some other people have sold paperweights for. Next is this commercial industrial pricing gun. I got this at a restore. I consider restore a thrift store. And man, I love going there. They got all kinds of cool stuff. This one sold for $49.95. It's a brand I've never heard of before, but I guess people who price these and buy these, they know exactly what it is. Came in its original box with the UPC code, which is super helpful. Cost of goods, I think, was like $6. I bought 3 of them. This was the last one to sell. Next is Bob's Furniture Care Kit. If you ever bought new furniture at a furniture store, they often sell these care kits or cleaning kits to go with the furniture, and people don't always use them and they end up in thrift stores. This one was sealed new in the package for $15.99. Obviously, I wouldn't buy them if they're unsealed and just loose, you know, rolling around on the shelf at the thrift store. But if they're still sealed in the package and you can get them at a good price, I always buy them. Here are some examples of other furniture care cleaning kits that other people have sold. Ah, yeah, the nesting birds. These are called nesting hens, nesting birds. They go by different terms. You got to look it up. I don't even remember what I paid for this one, but I saw it and I thought, oh man, I'm going to buy that. I don't even know what it's worth. I didn't look up comps. When I see a nesting hen like that, I always grab it. This one is a Westmoreland that I sold for $69.95. Now that might seem like a lot of money, but I'm going to show you some other ones that other people have sold and you are going to get blown away. And yes, you can find these in thrift stores. Sometimes you just got to take a chance with the big and heavy. No, I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about Kirby Vacuums. I got this 1984 Kirby Vacuum from a restore. Drum roll, please. I don't have a drum roll. I paid $4 because people think they're worthless. All of these items I'm talking about that I source from a thrift store, a lot of people just walk right past them. They don't think they're worth anything. A paperweight, a nesting hen, a price gun, a Kirby. Who wants that crap? They just walk right by it. Well, if you're a reseller, you know this stuff has value. The best thing about Kirby's is they come apart. The handle, the grip, it comes apart in 2 different pieces. You can take the front end off. You can take the motor out, the wheels off. It all disassembles for easy boxing, so you can kind of condense it down to a small box when you sell it. Or if you're adventurous, you could sell the individual pieces and parts. I like to sell the entire vacuum myself. My Kirby sold for $80, buyer paid shipping. Oh, you guarantee they paid shipping. This thing's heavy. It's like 24 pounds, and that's not including the box and the void fill and all of that. Old Kirbys are everywhere. Here's some examples of what other people have sold their Kirbys for. Next is a Coco Peely. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. This is a little wooden statue. You can find this theme on everything. T-shirts, candles, lunch boxes, little statues, little figurines, earrings, a lot of jewelry, sterling jewelry. This one I picked up at a thrift store. This was part of a big bundle of stuff, so I put my cost of goods as like $1.33. Sold with free shipping, $19.95. Very light, very easy to ship. Still sold even though I misspelled the name in the title. Somebody still found it and it's still sold. Here are some other examples, non-sterling silver cocoa peelies that other people sold for good money. Next is a pair of ceramic Asian figures, man and woman. My sister got these at a thrift store really cheap. She just gave them to me to sell on eBay. Probably $34.95 was my original asking price, and I marked it down to $31 or took a best offer of $31. Buyer paid shipping, not too heavy, but these are very collectible. Probably vintage 1950s. Asians, Native Americans were very popular themes back then, and people still collect them today. Next are these Nico plates. My sister again got these at a thrift store, paid very little money for them, gave them to me to resell on eBay. And these sell. It always depends on the brand and the condition, but glass does sell. I marked these down to free shipping because they were taking a little longer than I liked, but they did eventually sell. $30 best offer. Next is a little tiled trivet. I really didn't even know what these were. I got a whole box of these from a thrift store, so my cost of goods is so low. I believe 50 cents is my cost of goods. You might find these individually, or you might find them lotted together or all taped up with shipping tape at Goodwill. Be very careful on the condition because these are ceramic, so they chip and break very easily. But these are hand painted and people do collect them. That box I bought, I think it was around 30 of them. They sell anywhere between $15 and $19.95 a piece. This one in particular, I took a best offer of $15, free shipping, just to move it along. Here's some examples of what other people have sold other trivets for. You'll notice my sister is a very good hunter at thrift stores. She's finding stuff all the time. This one is a Pimpernel coffee cup, and it still had the tag on it. She got this super cheap, gave it to me to sell. Sold as new, goes really quick, much faster than used, sold for $19.95. Next one, I already know what you're going to say, collector plates. Oh man, stay away from collector plates. There's no way. Well, this one in particular did sell. And you can find collector plates at every thrift store in America. I guarantee it. They're there. This was only $3. Condition was perfect. This is like Republican Centennial with all the presidents around the outside. I thought it was unusual and different, and for $3 I grabbed it. It's marked 1954, so I put in the listing it was from 1955. Best guess, and it did sell. Buyer paid shipping. I took a best offer of $25. Here are some other examples of other collector plates that other people sold for great money. Next one is one of my favorite things to find. This is a Delta branded shower head. Now, plumbing supplies and accessories and bits and pieces and faucets, they don't sell for much money, but it depends on the brand. And this is Delta brand, and Delta is kind of high end, and this sold for good money. This shower head came with the original box, but the box was all beat up. It was smashed and torn and damaged. But I bought it anyways because the box has the model number on it, the year, what country it was made in, all the data I needed. I just put it in my own box and called it new open box. I listed it for $39.95. The original retail is $80. I mean, who pays $80 for a shower head? Well, apparently I don't know much because people pay a lot more than that. Eventually, I lowered the price to $29.95 and it sold. Cost of goods was $4. Not bad. Here are some quick examples of what other people have sold Delta products for good money. And yes, you can find these. Delta is expensive, but man, garage sales, especially thrift stores, you will find these in the hardware, the man cave section, and they go for good money. Even if you don't have the original packaging, it doesn't matter. One of my secret honey holes, it's not a secret anymore, is a restore. I found these chemical testing kits still sealed new in the package. I bought 5 of them. They were just sitting there on the shelf. They were weird. I didn't know what they were, so I did look these up. I think my cost of goods were $3 or $4 a piece, so I bundled them together in one big lot. Got an offer of $75 with shipping on top, and I took it. Boom, gone. So if you like commercial industrial stuff, testing kits, tools, parts, deck screws, whatever, you have to be careful. Some of it is cheap stuff, but some of it is unusual, expensive commercial grade stuff, and that stuff sells great. Anything like exit signs or automatic door openers, those heavy duty industrial items, those are very expensive and they will sell fast. Last item is this Tabasco branded coffee mug. Now, coffee mugs can be hit or miss. Most of them aren't worth much. If it's Disney branded, Starbucks, Marvel Universe, you can make moderate money selling those. Cost of goods was free. $15.95 I sold it with free shipping, not too bad. Here are some examples of what other people have sold other coffee mugs for good money. That's the video, guys. I hope you found it helpful. Please hit that thumbs up on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. My channel is doing crazy things. It's so hard to explain. I don't know why, but I'm glad you're here. Glad you stayed to the end. Share this with anybody that you know is a reseller or they want to get into reselling. They don't know where to start. They don't know what to buy. There's a share button down below this video. Share it with another reseller and say, hey, check out these items that sold for crazy good money. So that's it. Any comments from Joey? No comments from Joey. So until next time, see ya.